Hey, so I have more time and I just thought, here's another thought about some food stuff. I was thinking about something I had heard a French person say. They were from France, grew up in France, and they were over here. They were like in their 30s or 40s, so they had just spent most of their life in France and were over here for a period of time. And they were speaking about the richness of French food, and I think it can put off some people, and as like having a reputation of being heavy with a lot of fats. And I know there's a lot of people that are down for that. They're like, fats are great, but they made a point about portions and filling food that fills you up and sustains you. And they basically said, like, I know if I have something very rich and filling for breakfast that I'm not going to be hungry again, and I'm not going to snack. I'm gonna be filled up and not necessarily think about food until lunchtime. And I thought that was really interesting because that's the way I feel when I eat broths in the morning. If I have like congee or a mug of chicken broth with some sourdough toast with, butter on it, and maybe a strip of bacon or a fried egg, just something like that. It's so nourishing that you don't get hungry until later. And I think there's something in there about we don't think about fasting as an important aspect of something that happens in between meals. We think about fasting in America as like an extreme thing, like, I'm not gonna eat anything for 3 days except drink water. And it's like, what if we just slow down and really properly fast in between meals, like I think like we're supposed to, and like the French have done. And as a country, they're quite healthy. I don't know, I haven't lived there, so I don't know for sure if that person was representative of how the entire country might eat. But when you do eat filling food, you do not want to just go snack, unless you're snacking for like emotional reasons, which happens to a lot of people at different times in our lives. But I just wonder about eating your breakfast and then you drink some water and you don't eat anything until lunch. You're not popping chips in your mouth. You're not chewing gum with sugar in it. You're not stimulating your metabolism at all by eating until several hours later, and then doing that again after lunch. I just wonder, and if anyone knows more about this, let me know. But I just also noticed that I have felt better. So this person said that, and I've had it in my brain for a while, and then I just started kind of doing it. Actually, recently it was more about my teeth and trying to. That's another thing that happens, is your enamel is able to remineralize when you're not eating. So it'll balance out the pH after you're done eating, which takes like an hour or something, and then it remineralizes. And if you eat something, especially something starchy or acidic, then it breaks that cycle of the remineralization process. So I have been doing it for my teeth, but I've noticed, oh my goodness, like I feel better. My energy feels better as long as I have that substantial meal, as long as I have some broth, something really balancing, something a little bit rich if I'm wanting it. And I have felt so much better, and it's just a small change. And it's not even like I restrict myself. Like, I'll have a big yummy bowl of soup for lunch, some like leftover soup, and I'll have it with a Coke if I'm really wanting, like, ooh, I really want something sugary too, I'll have it with a Coke. So it's not like I'm restricting. I'm just eating in those proper mealtime windows. And man, it feels good. I'm wondering if anyone's tried that. Always like to hear. That's my thought for now. Bye-bye.